Money turned me to a savage, yeah. Hungry like I never had it, yeah. If I ain't got it, I'ma grab it, yeah.
Hey guys, it's Imani back at it with another video, and today, just getting disappointed this week, drum roll, because you already read the title. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how I make my wigs, yay! But disclaimer, I am no professional. I don't even know what the heck I be doing half the time when I make these wigs, but most of them came out cute, so here we are. And I know I don't wear wigs at all on my channel, but I'm gonna start because I don't know, I wanted my channel to be more focused towards my natural hair and what I do with my natural hair, but I also wear wigs most of the time, so why not incorporate wigs? And wigs are fun. Wigs are cool. You can be a different person every single day if you wanted to. But yeah, so let me stop rambling and tell you guys the hair specs about the hair I'll be using. So my favorite hair company ever to use, because they're cheap, their hair is amazing, and the customer service is amazing, is Nadula. I will live and die by Nadula, and no, this video is not sponsored at all. They don't even know who the heck I am. But yeah, so I ordered a 12-inch closure, just a closure, no bundles. I'll get into that later, but I ordered the 12-inch closure, and this is how it looks. I got a middle part closure this time because last time I got a free part, and plucking that is just too much work. So to cut down on all that work, I got this. And I'll show you guys how I make this look natural by bleaching it and everything. But yeah, this is how it looks in its body wave. Now, the bundles I'll be using, this is where it gets a little complicated, because back my freshman year of college, so two years ago, I made a U-part wig, and the U-part wig I made was also able to, I was also able to leave the perimeter of my hair out, so I didn't really have a lot to work with in the middle, so that's why it's not that much. But this is a bob I made a while ago, and I never wore it out because it's not the same color as my hair, and plus I didn't want to flat iron my hair anymore. So this hair was Brazilian body wave, and I cut it. It was 16, 18, 20, and I cut it into this bob, so I don't know what the length is now, but I dyed it red. Duh. Yeah, so I'll be using that, and just in case it's not enough hair, hi. And just in case it's not enough hair, I have leftover bundles that I'll be using as well. Oh, I forgot to say, the hair that is in that bob, it's from this hair company called Crown's Hair Extensions. And they used to have a shop around the corner from my house, but they went out of business for some odd reason, and they never had an online store. But they went out of business, but the hair was really, really good. So this bag of hair, this is the packaging that they had there. It was really cute. But this bag of hair is also leftover hair from Crown's Hair Extensions. So let's just get into that. So the first bundle I see is a leftover from the wig that I made. This is hair, all this hair is body wave, but it looks like this because it's been in the bag the whole time and not taken care of. But yeah, this is body wave. This is body wave. This is body wave. All this hair that I'm pulling out equals to a nice full thick bundle, so it'll definitely give me enough hair to work with for this wig. But yeah, so that's all the hair specs that I have for you guys, and we're gonna just, why are you laying in my hair? We're gonna just get straight into this video. I'm gonna show you guys the first steps I take before I even start sewing the hair on to the wig cap. So I'll also show you guys the wig cap I use, the needle I use, everything, honey. So let's just get into that. Boom. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is place some gloves on your hands because you don't want to bleach your little skin off. And then after that, I like to place a sheet of aluminum foil underneath my closure, so when it's time for me to process it and wrap it up in the foil, it'd be easier to flip over. And this is the bleach that I use. It's $3.99 a pack from Sally's, I believe, which is kind of expensive, but whatever. So I put it in the mixing bowl, and then I add my developer. I use 40 volume, which is not too strong and not too weak. And you don't want it too strong because you don't want bald patches and end up having no hair on your closure. You want to make sure that your mixture is not too thin and runny, because you want it to be really thick when you pack it on your closure, just so the bleach won't seep through. And I made my mixture a little too thin, and you'll see that once I rinse everything out of the closure that some of my roots are kind of blonde, but that's okay. I can fix it with some brown dye, or if I end up dyeing the whole thing blonde, it'll be okay. But yeah, make sure it's really thick and pasty, like a thick paste. Alright, so I finished applying the bleach onto the closure, so now I'm going to let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes and rinse it out. I'm going to rinse it out with cold water though, because I feel like hot water is going to mess it up somehow. I don't know how, but I just feel like that. So after rinsing all the bleach out, I apply some shampoo to the closure and then scrub it in there nice and good to make sure all the bleach is out. And then once I scrubbed it all through, why can't I talk? I will rake the shampoo through the rest of the hair, because you don't want to bunch up the hair and make it knotted and ratty looking, and then your hair is gonna fall out, and then it's just not a good time. But yeah, I rake the shampoo through and then rinse it out. And then I rake the deep conditioner through the hair. I don't really scrub it on the closure per se, because why? But I rake it through and then apply some to the closure. Alright, so me applying the deep conditioner is kind of off camera, but I told you what I do. And this right here is me showing you how the bleach went through the closure and bleached my roots. This is the wig cap that I use. I got it at my local beauty supply store. I forgot what it was called, but yeah, you can find it anywhere that sells hair products, I'm guessing. But I chose this one because it had an adjustable strap, and I like that because what if my wig cap is too big and I want it to be a little tight? But that's rare because I have a big head. But anyway, I liked that it had the netting on it, so it's easier to sew my bundles onto. So yeah, this is the needle and thread. I use brown thread because my grandma, who's a beautician, shouts out to you, grandma, she told me that using black thread just wouldn't look natural, so I opted for the brown thread because my hair was brown at the time and now it's red. But yeah, I'm about to sew the closure on, and I'm using thumbtacks to hold this wig cap in place. Please don't judge me. Okay, this is how the wig looks now. I put all the bundles from the U part that I showed you guys in it. Let me pick it up so you can see it better. Okay. This is how it looks now. From the front, the side, back. Let me show you the other side. But yeah, that's how she's looking. Okay, so I'm gonna be using some old bundles from the little baggie I showed you, and I realized that the hair that's not red is from Nadula, so it matches the closures texture, and then the crown's hair doesn't really match, but it's still good hair, so yeah, that's what I'm using. Okay, so this is the wig after I sewed everything together and finished it. And I'm just going to show you all angles. So my recording situation throughout this whole video had just been a struggle because I don't have a large tripod because mine broke. I only have a tabletop tripod, and there's nowhere in my room that I can set it up to where all these angles would have been nice, clean, and precise. So I had to hold it most of the time, and I didn't have anybody to help me, so you know. Also, I'm showing you the ends of the hair and how they look weird and thin. It's because I used two different hair textures, and this is me smoothing down my closure because it's a little, you know, jumpy on one side. So I'm gonna use mousse and I'm gonna use water, and in this water it's conditioner, leave-in conditioner. So yeah, just gonna spray it on there, get it all nice and moist, so when I apply the mousse it'll all just lay nice and flat. Alright, so this is how it looked after I finished. As you can see, it's nice and flat and perfect looking and just gorgeous. Then I'm going to show you how it looked when I woke up the next morning, which is the same exact way. Also, don't judge my room. I know it's a little messy. You can see there's me in the mirror, hi girl. But don't judge me. I was recording and I had to move everything around, but yeah. Alright, so this is the wig cap and how it looks on the inside. I'm about to cut this space out so it's just the closure and there's no wig cap underneath the closure. And that's what it looked like cut out, okay? Alright, so this me in my wig. I didn't cut the lace off in the front, as you can see, because I wanted to keep it on while I customized the closure, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do that in the part 2 version of this video. But yeah, I have the wig on just so I can see how it looks and so I can see what length I want it to be. So I'm brushing it out just so everything flows. Then I'm gonna look at it, measure, and then just start cutting. And at first I thought I cut it too short, so I was a little nervous, but it was perfect. And I know some of you are thinking, oh no, you should have straightened it first so it can be perfect. Nah, nah, nah. I didn't want my bob to be blunt, but I wanted it to be all the same length. So when I go back and straighten it, I'll just fix the ones that aren't exactly the same. You catch what I'm saying? You know, you catch my drift? Yeah, that's what I want to do. And I didn't have time to straighten it because I had to go to class. I know I keep talking, but I also had to say this. I have a bad habit of chewing on the inside of my mouth, and I need to figure out how to stop it. Why are you laughing? Jermaine in the back just watching me edit this, and it's just so weird. So at this point in this video, I was really contemplating, do I want to cut the back by myself or should I ask for help? And then I just went and asked Damani to help me. So if it's not even in the back, it's his fault. Alright, so I'm back from letting Damani cut it, and I was really feeling myself right here. I wasn't even listening to music. I was just saying random stuff. But this is how it looks. You know, it's a little cute little bomb. And again, the hair texture is 2 different hair textures because they're from 2 different vendors. But they're both really good hair. They just don't blend well right now because I need to wash it and deep condition it and then, you know, do the whole 9 yards with it. But that's how it looked. And since I had to go to class and I had no time to do anything else I wanted to do to the hair, I decided to just throw a hat on and just call it a day. But then I decided I'm not gonna debut her yet. Then I just ripped the wig off and just rocked my natural hair. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, hit the little bell to be notified when I upload again. I forgot what I wanted to say. But yeah, I'm gonna be uploading a part 2 to this video next week sometime. Hopefully. Don't take my word for it. But it will be up really soon. So stay tuned.